been running for about nearly the last year. Just a little bit of background then. So search engines are almost ubiquitous of some sort in bioinformatics databases. I want to start off with a little show of hands, just to see if you're all paying attention. Can you put your hand up for me if you have used, or someone in your group has used Solr in the past? Okay, and Lucene, keep your hands up, and add Lucene as well, and Elasticsearch. So that's quite a lot of people, that's like half the room. So yeah, that's kind of our experience as well. Those technologies are really popular, but not necessarily optimized for the complexity of the data that you might encounter in the life sciences. We held a workshop at EBI last year. We had 50 places, and we were massively oversubscribed. We had more than 25 teams represented, and it was really just a local workshop from the EBI, the Sanger Centre. We had some attendees from the NCBI as well. And some common themes, some common gripes came out. This was about the performance of indexing data in Solr, Lucene, Elasticsearch, flattening sometimes complex structures down into documents, incorporating ontologies, and cross-referencing data, searching external resources. So these are the kind of things that we've been trying to focus on with BioSolr. So BioSolr, this is kind of our mission statement and our snazzy logo. The basically aim of BioSolr is to try and significantly advance the state of the art with regards to indexing and querying biomedical data using open source software. So basically everything is in scope. A lot of what we've tried to do is build a community of users around these sorts of search technologies. I'm going to try and kind of illustrate a little bit more about what we do with a couple of case studies. So the first case study is about indexing and faceting with ontologies. A lot of biomedical data are annotated to ontologies, and you get this kind of rich ontology infrastructure that I think as a community we can probably do a better job of using to enrich our search. So we can use the hierarchy, we can use relations between concepts, all of these things we could use better. And we've been doing some work to explore, instead of just like a hierarchy, simple hierarchy driven, these kind of canned searches that you would typically do with faceting, we've been looking at exploring more dynamic facets that are enriched by ontologies. And that gives you this kind of search facility. We can show you more of this in a demo if you're interested. Come down and meet us at a poster session. But for example, you can see here that we've done a search for diabetic nephropathy, and we get these co-occurring ontology terms. The second case study is this Solr plugin that we've been developing called XJoins, and that's a mechanism for joining Solr index with external services. So that basically means that you can federate search across the Solr index, but also join in external search results that might be services deployed remotely, so things like BLAST searches, FASTA searches, and you can embed the results of that search within your Solr document, and then it's available to your search queries. We've got a whole stack of other things that we've been looking at. This is just a sort of snapshot of some of them. Some of these things are like best practices, so how do you index your data better, faster? What are some best practices for building Solr indexes? How do you shrink cores down? A common problem is many joins across multiple cores in Solr. How do you index hierarchical data? Things like n-gram highlighting. We've been looking at doing Sparkle integration in Solr, and building communities as well. We've had workshops of people, and mailing lists. So that's really kind of all I wanted to say in a snapshot. These are the people that I need to credit that have done the work. So from EBI, Samir Valanka, Gautier Koscielny, and Helen, and Flaps, Charlie, Matt, and Tom. Matt's here today. He's going to be down at the poster session as well. Matt and Tom are the guys that have done most of the work. And this work's been paid for by BBSRC. If you're interested in more, here's some handy little links. Basically what I would like to say is if you were one of those people at the start that put your hand up, come down, chat to us at the poster session. I'd love to hear kind of what you've been doing, whether you've had the same problems that we have, general experiences. Come in, chip in, and share a bit of knowledge. Thank you.